Hey guys, my name is Kern and welcome back to Octane Street, the road here on YouTube that never ends. And today is a very, very big and important day. First of all, most of you guys should know by now that I'm a huge lover of Mustangs. Of course, I have my 2006 Mustang GT here that I proudly own. But not only that, guys, I'm actually a huge fan of Ford products in general. I'm talking Bronco, F-150, almost their entire lineup. Even the Focuses look super nice these days. But you guys might be wondering, well, that's a weird way to start off a video, Kern. A lot of people do like Ford products. Well, as I said, today's a very important day and it's a super special day because I'm actually interviewing with Ford to become an apprentice technician within a Ford dealership. So that's where we're actually headed to right now. But I'm gonna give you guys more details once we hop inside the car. For now, let's give you guys a cold startup and we'll talk later. No matter how old this car is, it still sounds just as good as anything else out there today. All right, guys, so we are in the car and we are about to head out here. And I realized that I have a large plastic bag attached to my exhaust underneath the car. Do you know how much that sucks? So right now, all I'm smelling is burnt plastic. I don't think it should cause any harm besides staining the old exhaust, which I plan to get rid of anyway. It's on the mid-pipe. So I'm gonna have to deal with the smell of burning plastic this whole time. I'm glad I noticed that though, because I would have probably worried that it's coming from the engine bay. The car is barely heated up.
Take the next right to stay on.
The car is barely heated up and I can already tell. I hope you guys don't drop. I can already tell that, you know, the smell of plastic is coming. So at least we figured out before leaving where it's coming from. I tried to get it off, but it's just stuck on there too tough.
Meters.
But yeah, I know it's gonna be a little bit of a bumpy ride. Our roads here in Toronto kind of suck, and the Mustang is on, it's on the softest setting for the coilovers, but it's coilovers nonetheless. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a bumpy ride. Hopefully the GoPro doesn't fall, but it's gonna be a little bit of a different video today. This is a very important moment for me and kind of for the channel, because long term I'd love to become a master technician for Ford products, and therefore I can give you guys proper you know, I could pass you down the knowledge I learned for all you Mustang owners and Ford lovers out there as well, so that we can repair our cars and, you know, have a little bit of a community to go back and forth with. Let me go ahead and roll that window up for less noise. But I completely forgot to mention, the reason why I sound different is because I am under the weather. I am sick, so I got my whole box of tissues with me in the car. The interviewer does know about this. They are aware that I am sick. I'm bringing a mask just in case, if that makes them feel more comfortable for me to wear a mask during the interview. So yeah, I wanted to come out even though I'm sick to really show these guys that it doesn't matter if I'm sick, it doesn't matter what's going on. I'm here, I'm down, and I'm showing up. So hopefully that gives them a good message. But besides that, we're gonna do something fun. So it's about a 25-minute drive, just looking at the map, and I have some interview practice questions written down of things that I think they might ask. So I am gonna be recording the entire interview. All right, I got you guys situated a lot better now. That was a pretty rough fall for the GoPro, but honestly, that's what they're built for. So we all right, we are chilling. Okay, so yeah, I am under the weather. They are aware, and let's get back on the road because yeah, it's a good thing I left early. Let me know what kind of people you guys are. Do you guys like being earlier? Do you guys like going and trying to aim for just on time?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Do you guys like trying to be early? Do you guys like striding and aiming for just on time? What do you guys try to go for? I don't know if this is a good angle or not. We're gonna have to rock with it. But yeah, so we have some fun, not fun. We have some interview questions that we're gonna try and get through. I'm absolutely sweating buckets because I'm trying to do a million things at once. It's been a little while since we were back on the flow of recording videos, so I gotta get back into it. I gotta figure out my car setup and situation, because especially since in the future I have a lot more content that I do want to do, so from within the car. So God, that burning plastic smells, it's so great, am I right? But yeah, so let's go ahead and start practicing with some of these interview questions that I have written down, with the first one being, Hi, Kern. So, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself? Sure. So, I'm a handsome guy and I sweat under pressure. I think I'll be great for the job. Right, so my name is Kern, as you guys know, and I do enjoy doing things right. I do have a lot of experience in the customer service area with my education and experiences in security as well as work from home customer service / sales associate. I've been a lifelong, enthusiast of cars and vehicles of cars, but not only that, Right, so as you guys know, my name is Kern, and I'm 28 years old, born and raised in Canada. However, I do have a mixed background of Guatemala and Trinidad. I've been a car enthusiast for as long as I can remember, and I take pride in any type of work that it is that I do. Some of my hobbies include basketball and playing video games, although I know those two things might not always cross or align. Yeah, there's something there. If anything, we'll workshop it more. We'll come back to my question, but I think for now there's something there, and I kind of have an idea of what I might want to share with the interviewers if they do ask me to tell them a little bit about myself. The way I'm going to mark it down in my head is I'm going to tell them about me, so where I'm born, my background. Okay. Alright, so the next question on the list is, your resume shows about a 4-year gap since you were last working in a shop. Can you explain that to us? COVID question mark? For sure. So my last time working in a shop was March of 2020, and if you guys can recall, that is when COVID struck. So unfortunately, I was laid off due to that, and I ended up getting a work from home position later on in that year. And unfortunately, I got sucked into the trap of feeling a little bit too comfortable, and so I was doing that up until January of this year. But now I'm fully willing and ready to get back to my actual career and finally build it out the way I wanted to. And hopefully no pandemics happen this time around to interrupt that goal. I think that was fine. It's kind of just explaining my hiatus from working in a mechanic field. So I think that sums it up pretty well. It's pretty truthful in nature. And yeah, I think it answers the question well. So I think that one's fine. The next one is, your cover letter shows great enthusiasm for the Ford brand. Can you explain to us why Ford? Of course, so I'm not sure if either of you guys are married, but when it came to me and my wife, I didn't choose to fall in love with her. It was, as cliche as it sounds, it was at first sight. And the same is true for Ford products, specifically the Mustang. I fell in love with the Mustang when I first got a good look at one when I was in grade 6, and it was actually through the lens of driving one in a video game. And ever since I drove that car, I made it my mission. I even wrote it down in one of my assignments as a child that one day I would own this car. And of course, fast forward to today, I actually drove it here to this interview. This is quite tough to do while driving, I must admit. But we're making it work. We're trying to get the work in while getting the work in. Y'all know what I mean. I'm a little bit sad. My watch is dead, so I'm just kind of wearing it for the look. Kind of sucks. I don't like having a watch that's not functional, so to say. I thought I charged it, but apparently I took it off the charger. So yeah, my watch is dead. I don't know why I decided to bring that up right now, but it's dead. So yeah. But I think we got something cooking there for that question. I'd maybe go along the lines, continue saying that. Not only that, but later on in my life, I've had the privilege of driving several Ford products, including the F-150, something there. You know, I could refine it a little bit, especially when I'm not driving. It'll be a little bit easier. What we'll do is we'll pick it back with the questions when we actually get there. I do have some extra time to study up, so to say. So we'll pick back up when we actually get there and answer these questions while actually seated and in a more controlled environment. So yeah, I'll see you guys there in a minute. Alright guys, so we are actually here in the driveway. It's pretty cool seeing a bunch of Mach-E's actually out and about here in the driveway. Safe to say our pony is right at home, and I would love for this to be my work environment, just coming here, seeing a bunch of cars that I actually appreciate every day at work. So we are here. We don't have too much time to spare, but you know what? Let's go ahead and try and get a few more. Let me take the car off actually. Let's go ahead and try to get a few more interview practice questions out of the way. So all right, so greatest strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so I'd say my greatest strength is probably two things. One, personability, and two, attentiveness. And I think both of those are great things to consider, especially when becoming an automotive technician, because this being a dealership, that does mean that the technicians have to interact with and preferably get along with a lot of different, you know, departments. There's a lot of moving parts in a dealership, and being someone who can properly speak to and mingle with not only co-workers and other departments within the dealership, but also the customers, I think that is quite important. And then attentiveness, of course. At the end of the day, being a dealership, we are working on customer vehicles, so like I said, I do like to get things done right when I do things, and of course we want our customers going out there with the utmost confidence that proper work was done on their vehicles. As for my greatest weakness, I would probably say that it is initial confidence. And what I mean by that is that normally when I start something for the first time, or when I'm in a new environment for the first time, I feel like I struggle sometimes with building confidence, and it might take me, you know, a little bit of time, whether it's a week or 2 weeks, maybe even a month, to actually feel fully confident within my ability, within myself. It's not to say that I don't do a good job during this period, but it's more so to say that for me to actually feel, you know, confident within myself, that sometimes can take a little bit of a while to build up, depending on the circumstance. Something that has helped me in the past and that can continue to help is, you know, quality assurance. And being an apprentice, I would hope that it means that, you know, there are licensed technicians that can overlook my work if it's something more intricate, you know, like a brake job or something like that. Things like that do help build my confidence, getting the okay from a superior, so to say. And yeah, so yeah, I think that was pretty good. It's not too bad. And then, what is your desired salary for this position? As much as y'all can pay me. You know what I'm saying? Your boy broke. You feel me? My desired salary for this position is $22 an hour, and that is based on several factors. You know, if they ask me what factors exactly, I'd say based on my research, that seems to be right in line with the running rate for apprentice technicians. But that's also me factoring in my experience, as well as my willingness and eagerness to learn and actually pursue this career and move up within the Ford company. So yeah, those are all the practice interview questions I have written down. If there's anything that you guys feel like I've missed, feel free to let me know in the comment section right below that like button. And speaking of the like button, guys, I'm about to go into this interview in like 10 minutes, so please, 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 for every like that you guys do right now on this video, that's gonna give me +1 to my confidence. And then for every subscriber that subscribes right now in this video, that's gonna give me +1 to my luck. So it's kind of on you guys if I get this job. That's all I'm gonna say. If y'all want your boy to succeed and to have more content coming with more education, more knowledge, y'all know what to do. But if y'all don't want that, hey, I ain't gonna say it. But no, for real, guys, this is gonna be exciting, man. I'm stoked to be here, and let's see if we can crush it. Fingers crossed. See you guys afterwards. Boys, we are back at the crib, and honestly, this is the most I've ever prepared for an interview. I usually do really well in interviews, not to toot my own horn, but this was like the most chill interview I've ever had. It was two guys, the service manager and the shop foreman, and honestly, it was just like, it was chill. The conversation, it was mostly just like conversation. It wasn't any hard hitting questions, and I think it went super well. I think they kind of, you know, vibed with me, so to say. The shop foreman even took me throughout the entire shop complex, and, you know, gave me a bunch of information. I did actually record it. You guys can see here. I was listening to it, playing it back to see if it caught everything well, and you can actually hear things pretty clearly. So I'm not going to include it in this video. That's some behind the scenes stuff. So if you guys are interested in hearing how the interview went exactly with all the details, y'all know what to do. Hit that join button to become part of the Octane crew, and y'all get full access to behind the scenes content, as well as bonus content that might not have made it to the channel otherwise. If you guys are interested in hearing the full thing, it is about a 20, probably 25, 30 minute little video of the actual interview process. That was just good vibes. I feel like they really, you know, vibed with me, and I feel like it was kind of just good times, you know. So I stayed professional, though. I didn't want to, you know, drop that down too much and, you know, just be casual. So I did keep it professional. And yeah, so it was just, it was pretty good. It felt pretty good. But fingers crossed. I think it went well. I think we did our thing, and I'm chilling. Hopefully we get that call and hear that we got the job. It's a huge dealership. Like, it was like a 12 bay, 14 bay garage shop. So it's like, it's crazy. It's massive. They have a ton of apprentices, ton of technicians, and hopefully they got a spot for your boy. But yeah, that's all for this video, guys. If you guys do want to be updated, you know, follow the channel, keep tabs, hit that notification bell so that you guys could ride shotgun with me on the next one. And with that being said, boys, I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Hi, good morning. It's Kern. I'm just returning your call.
Hey, Karen, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?